Hi guys, thank you so much for stopping by today. This is Rick at Tasty Guitar. Well, if you're like most people and you're playing on a chord chart and you see a diminished chord coming up, your heart starts racing and your palms get sweaty and you have no idea what you're supposed to be doing. Well, good news is today I've got 6 fills for you that work perfect over diminished chords. Now, most of the time in pop music, a diminished chord works as a passing chord, usually especially between the 4 going back to 1, also 1 going to 2 minor, 2 passing to 3 minor, and 5 going to 6 minor. These are all really common chord progressions with diminished chords. Today I've got fills that will work in all of those situations. So stick around, let's learn these fills, and the next time you see it on the page, you'll know exactly what to do. Alright, so without a doubt, probably the most common chord progression using the diminished 7th chord in popular music, blues, R&B, soul music, is going from the 4 chord to the sharp 4 diminished 7 to the 1 chord. Now this first lick is based around that progression. We're going to do this slide here to the 7th fret, returning to the 5th fret. That's over the 4 chord. Also that little double stop there is the top of a D chord. When we switch to the diminished chord, we're hitting this interval right here, which is the 6th and the root of that E flat diminished 7. We're then bringing it up 3 frets. Remember that a diminished chord basically can repeat every 3 frets. It's the same chord. And then we're ending the lick on the 1 chord, just doing this little shifty slide thing here. So all together we have Alright, the second fill uses the same chord progression as the first one, the 4, the sharp 4 diminished 7 to the 1 chord. The lick is starting when we get to the diminished chord. We're just not going to use the root there. We're taking that off and we're going to do this little shift slide. Grab that A note, the B note, and then end on the 1 chord on that interval of a 6th right there. It's just coming off of that shape. Alright, another really common place you'll see the diminished 7th chord being used a lot is from the 1 chord leading you to the 2 chord. And this fill is going to use that progression. We're going to start on the top part of this diminished chord right here, taking out these 2 notes, sliding to them, grabbing that G, the A sharp, and that's going to lead us right to the 2 chord. Alright, now a lot of the times a diminished 7 chord functions like a 7 flat 9 chord, and this next fill is a good example of that. We're going to go from the 5 chord, the E, to an F diminished 7, leading right to our F sharp minor chord. Now if we take a look at this F diminished 7 chord, it's really functioning like a 5 chord to that F sharp minor. We put a C sharp bass on it, and it's a C sharp 7 flat 9. Right there's a flat 9. Okay, with that in mind, the lick I'm going to play is kind of based off a 7 flat 9 with the C sharp in the bass. There's our flat 9 right there. And that's leading right to that F sharp minor chord. Alright guys, the final fill of the day, we're starting from the 2 chord, the B minor, leading to the 3 chord, another really common progression using the diminished 7 chord. We're going to start right out of that C diminished scale, and then we're going to harmonize it in 6 and descend until we get to the C sharp minor, where we're going to have this little move using thirds. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by today and checking out these fills for the diminished chord. I really hope you get some great use out of this, and the next time you find yourself having to play a tune with a diminished chord in it, this gives you some ideas of what you can do. As always, if you did enjoy the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and come by TastyGuitar.com, where I have a lot of other videos for you, and I also teach lessons via Skype. This has been Rick. Thank you.